Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is another bought and played for February 2026. I'm going to hop straight into it, starting with 20 Minutes Till Dawn. 20 Minutes Till Dawn is a top-down roguelike similar to Vampire Survivors and Brotato, and it was released in 2023. Good things about it is that runs take up to 20 minutes unless you choose endless, which is, well, endless. And the game also has a unique pixel art style, with there only being really red and dark green as colours. You don't really see any other colours, that's like the main palette. The only bad thing about it really is that compared to Vampire Survivors and Brotato, it offers less content, especially the maps, as they're smaller and they're only 3, so there's like a decent amount of weapons, items, but there's not a lot of map variety. I know Brotato doesn't have the most, but it makes up with having loads more content. As Vampire Survivors, there's loads of characters, loads of maps. But overall, I'll give 20 Minutes Till Dawn a star rating of 3.5. Bus Simulator 21. Bus Simulator 21 is a game where you drive buses. Who would have seen that coming? And was released in 2021. Oh, what a surprise. Genuinely, would never have known that. Good things about it is that Bus Simulator 21 includes over 30 licensed buses, which are modelled and played as they would in real life, compared to being copy and pasted. So like, they would actually function as they would in real life. Well, I believe so anyway. They all function differently. If it's how they are in real life, I have no clue. Also features a European and American map that doesn't feel boring after driving through it for hours. Like, even after driving through it for a while, you don't really get bored. It's a decently well designed map. And bad things about it though. The AI traffic is horrible, as they just randomly stop or crash into you. And yeah, you get fined, so it's annoying. So even though they crash into you, you have to pay. So annoying. And also another weird thing I felt about the game is that the game feels like light and weighty at the same time. Like, I don't know, it feels like some actions feel like they should be much, I don't know, harder to do rather than easier. So like, turning feels pretty light, but then acts stiff. Like, it's really weird. It's probably the worst example I could have given, but overall I'll give Bus Simulator 21 a star rating of 3. Changed is a short pixel art puzzle game released in 2018. The good about it is the soundtrack is pretty good. I don't know really what to put it. That's it. Like, the game's just alright. It's like a good puzzle game with decent music that I got for cheap. The bad things about it though is the hitboxes, the pathways around aren't always that clear, so some parts you just need to try over and over again to find the right path. Well, that's literally the only complaint I have it, so this section is going to be really short, but I also give it a star rating of 4. Dead by Daylight, Silent Hill. Dead by Daylight Silent Hill is a DLC for Dead by Daylight, which adds content themed, or from whatever you want to word it, from Silent Hill, and was released in 2020. The good things about it is that Pyramid Head, or the Executioner, if you want to call it Silent Hill or Dead by Daylight 1, has pretty good perks and a very good ability that allows you to use range attacks which go in a straight line. It's not like Huntress where you like throw it, it can go up or down, blah blah blah. You just do it in a straight line, and it can also go through walls, which is really good. Another good thing is that Cheryl Mason, or the Survivor, is also pretty good, as she has some good but situational perks I quite like playing. I'm pretty sure I got Adept in the first match. Bad things though is the map, but the Midwich Elementary is pretty symmetrical. It's quite hard to learn how to play on the map, but it's also really well designed and atmospheric. Like, it's probably one of the best designed looking maps, but it's just hard to learn. But it's not like bad by any means, but it's the only sort of nitpick I have of it. But overall, I'll give Dead by Daylight Silent Hill a star rating of 4.5. Ein Lung. Ein Lung is a short first-person horror game. We navigate submarines to take pictures in an ocean of blood. I was talking about blood, blah blah blah. And it was released in 2022. I also bought this after watching the film Markiplier, which I thought was pretty decent, like pretty solid, especially for a YouTuber film. But I would know about it beforehand. But not, it isn't about the film. But the good things about it is that the atmosphere is great. Is you can like hear pressure in the submarine, and sometimes you can feel or hear something moving in the ocean of blood, even though there's no life on the planet. I wonder. And another good thing is the story's told through hidden messages and things hidden in the photos you take. Like there's this terminal where if you enter something, gives you information on it. And in one of the pictures, I'm pretty sure there's a picture of one of the things it talked about in the terminal, which I won't say what it is. But if you've also watched the film, you probably know what I'm on about. And the only other bad thing is that the game's just got to be short. Although it is pretty good, it only takes about an hour and a half to 100%. So like, for how much I bought it for, like £3 or £4, and like just took an hour and a half. Like it's a good game, but I feel like it's a bit much personally, especially for how long you spend with it. But overall, I'll give Iron Lung a star rating of 3.5. Picayune Dreams, Picayune Dreams. I have no clue how to say it. Picayune, I don't know. But anyway, Picayune Dreams is a top-down roguelike similar to 20 Minutes Till Dawn, which obviously was in the video earlier. It's set in space and was released in 2023. The good things about it is that it has a really weird art style, in my opinion, which is pretty good. Which blends like pixel art and like old style 3D CGI, which like, I don't know how to describe it properly, but if you see it, that's basically the easiest way to describe it. It's like if you used to get like claymation, old 3D CGI and overlay it with pixel. I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty good. The other good thing is the soundtrack is also very good, which when you have good visuals, good gameplay, and good soundtrack, that means it's a pretty good game. The only bad thing here, which is more like a nitpick, is that the only thing about it is, but I don't like, is that some item descriptions are just really short or vague. Like that's just more, it might just be a me thing, but yeah, it's not really affecting gameplay. It's just something I don't really like that much. But overall, I'll give Picayune Dreams a star rating of 5, even though I didn't like the descriptions, but the descriptions don't affect gameplay. Woohoo! Plus I'm stupid. Rare Replay. Rare Replay is a collection of Rare's games and was released for their 30th anniversary in 2015, which now means they're probably 40 or 41 years old, which is insane. Good things about Rare Replay is that it has a great range of games from 2D platformers and 3D shooters, all released over a 30-year time span. So, if you're looking for old games, it's got old games. If you're looking for newer games, it's got newer games. I think it's got I don't know what games they released after 2015. I think it's like Sea of Thieves and the Battletoads remake, but I think it includes every game made before 2015. I might be wrong though. Also adds new content and challenges to each game, which changes how the games can be played. Like, I've only really played Jetpack, which is their oldest game on there, and what the missions do is basically make it so you can't shoot, you have to survive. Rather than building a rocket, you have to refill the rocket really fast. Just like little good challenges, and some of them change the gameplay, but not all of them, but it's still like a nice bit of fresh gameplay. Bad things about Rare Replay is that it doesn't really have any guides or tutorials, but it does include behind the scenes footage and artwork, so it's just really weird. So it's got some things, it feels like I don't really think behind the scenes is important, it's telling you how to play the games. It's like you usually get like a manual that tells you how to play them, but I wish you could see them, but you don't think you can. But behind the scenes footage and artwork is still good though. But overall, I'll give Rare Replay a star rating of 4. Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic is a city builder game set in a Soviet country in the 60s and was released in 2024. The good things about it is that the game is incredibly detailed in its systems, such as buildings that need connection to factories or like an import hub thing to be built, so you actually need to manage your resources rather than just like in Jurassic World Evolution. You just get money, you build it, you don't need the resources. That's like, well, we'll compare it to. There's also a wide range of vehicles, from combine harvesters to ambulances and freight trains, and there's even more mods. There is one mod I love, and that is the Polski Fiat mod. I want that included in the base game, please, developers, please. The bad things about Workers and Resources Soviet Republic is that it's incredibly hard to learn. It also requires tons of micromanagement, so you literally have to do every little thing. The game does not hold back. UI is also really hard to navigate because everything looks the same unless you know what you're doing. Like on the left side of the screen there's like buttons with logos, but the logos are like not the best for some of them, so it's hard. And then when you go click on them, it brings up even more confusing stuff, so it's hard to learn, but then if you know what you're doing, it's pretty good. Now overall, give Workers and Resources Soviet Republic a star rating of 3.5. So that's going to do it for this month's Bought and Played. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.